Hello, everyone. This is JD Calderon, and this is Indy Comics Explained. And yet again, I brought on another fantastic group of independent comic book publishers and creators. But please hit like, hit subscribe, share out the video, let everybody know we're here. But before that, please go check out the go check out the Fellowship of the Indies. It's 9 separate books currently on Kickstarter. You can pick up all 9 of these fantastic books. One of them being Oswald, the other one being Shield the Interceptor. Great, not very nice, very nice. I don't really like Rosario, but he puts out a good book. So please, let me introduce my co-host, Mr. Rosario. How are you, sir?
New phone. Who's this? No, didn't go well.
Doesn't really work out.
What's up, everybody? Thank you for the so kind plug, Mr. Calderon. I am one of the writers of Shield of the Interceptor, and I've been publishing comic books through Unstoppable Comics for 15 years this coming May 29th. So we're celebrating by launching a Kickstarter next Saturday, going through with some nice little bits and bobbles that are going to be attached to it, along with the Fellowship of the Indies running right now on Kickstarter.
All right, cool. And let's get on our co-host.
Hey, what's happening? I'm C. Michael Lanning, independent artist and mad scribbler. Done work for Arrow Comics, Silverline Comics, and many more to come. Also a panelist on Dispatches from Outside the Box, where we talk about everything in the geek unknown on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern.
All right, nice. Mr. Ozzy, what's up, brother?
How's it going? Ozzy Longoria. I own Gemini Comics. Been publishing comic books for 23 years now.
Ooh, wow. Congratulations, baby.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a lot of stress.
To your collection of Kickstarter, like the books. Thank you. I'm not going to invite you to mine. You can... we're publishing The Sword and the Sorcerer. And... also many other books like Doomsday TV and ETA, and that's it.
All right, there you go. What's up, Jeremy?
Hello, good morning. I'm Jeremy Fraser from Creamy Ranch Studios, and been doing this for about 10 years. Have, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 releases so far. But the big one is The Sword and the Sorcerer, which is live now.
Nice.
Yep, very good, very good. So, Rich.
Hey, what's up, man? Rich Ayala, first-time creator over here at new to the whole crowdfunded comic book campaign type of deal.
Welcome.
Thank you. And I'm the creator of Roach Balls, and proud to be here. Thanks for the invite, JD. Thanks. Proud to be here with you guys.
Listen,
nice
bro. It's an honor having you. Miss Shinn.
What up? I'm eating a bunch of garbage today because I fucking funded for Demon.
Nice.
Nice. Congratulations.
Yes.
Yeah, I've got 4 days left, so I want some goddamn gravy. So I'm gonna be fucking like pimping that anyway till it's dead. So yeah, if you see me eating garbage, that's because I'm relaxing today, kind of thing.
Nice. You deserve it. What kind of garbage? What specific garbage are you eating?
I'm eating like frozen dan noodles.
Okay.
And tahini. It's like pork and mushroom and just noodles with a kind of a hoisin type of savory sauce. Okay. But I threw some chili garlic sauce along with some tahini in it. And then I'm getting some Talentini double dark chocolate.
God damn.
You said frozen?
It was frozen, but I threw it in the microwave.
Oh, okay.
Everything there sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool.
You.
This is Xing Xin. Or I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. You correct me, please.
Yeah, no. That's correct. I'm Xing Xin. I own Quantum Entanglement Publishing. I've been doing this for 30 years. I'm the creator and the writer of Symphonic Verses, which is almost sold 5,000 physical units without using crowdfunding. It's also coming worldwide as a TV show, and I'm one of the executive producers and writers and one of the art directors on the anime. And the action figure line is in production, and I have other series that are coming out that are connected to that storyline, and the movie studio has actually picked up most of my catalog, so I'll be able to have shows for all the various series, and just great to be here. My buddy JD, who does such a great job with anyone who knows me knows I really don't do superhero books. I'm not really into that. But Unstoppable Comics, I have bought every copy that JD has put out because it's fun and I get the allure of it. So he does really, really cool stuff. So I like your work, brother.
Thank you so much, brother. I'm gonna take a swig of some Johnny and Ginger in honor of such a kind opening statement. I appreciate you.
Yeah, it's the truth.
He's just looking for easy questions, Rosario. That's all.
You got to see the stacks he gets, bro. He gets so much extra stuff when he orders.
Nice. All right. Let me put up some of these. Nita says that's my beanie. I think she's talking to the dude who lives with her. Big ass head strap. Check out my stuff.
I'm gonna say shit right now.
Those are fighting words, brother.
Hey, Rosario, we're getting crackling off your mic.
Still this crackling?
She apologized. She couldn't resist herself. Demon bitch garbage. Thank fuckness if funded. There you go.
Way to go.
So the thing is that one of the things why she's really excited is that Rich Parada basically he's a furry Italian fuck right now. Like he's a brilliant illustrator drawer. He used to work for Marvel in DC, and he does Incantessi. Well, he's a furry fuck. So he had shaved his head one time when he funded. So next we told him, you do not shave or wax, fucker. You're gonna put the pasties on your tits and dance for us.
Oh my gosh.
And so we found the pasties that would work, the X's that look like demon bitches, and it just says "fuck me" on them. And you're gonna them off.
You just gave Rich a whole new kink. That's all.
Yeah. All right, we got to just make sure he never lives that down. Anyway.
Oh, we're gonna record it, and it's all gonna be on YouTube. Like we're probably gonna live broadcast that shit on YouTube.
Yep. All right, just let me know. We'll run it through this channel.
I really like Christie. How come you haven't had her on before?
Everybody was asleep. He's had me on before, like when he's just been talking with me.
Really?
You should have been here when she was on with Rich.
Yeah, she was here with Rich Schroeder. Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago when you played hooky. You bitched out.
You were supposed to be here.
Yeah. Sorry. Forgive me. Mea culpa.
Always. Siempre. Anyway, so check it out. So here's the first one, guys. The industry is changing. It seems to be opening up to indies more and more. Right? What are you doing to change with it? Let's start with Mr. Xing.
I don't know. It's weird. I think back to as long as I've been doing this, and back years and years ago, most indie books, they wouldn't get past maybe one or two issues. It just wouldn't, there was no print on demand. There was no crowdfunding. There was no social media. There were so many things that just didn't exist. And if, comics, I think, was like old school wrestling, where you got in because you knew someone or you were related to somebody who was already there. And that's what opened the door. But with the way that things have changed, their crowdfunding, although I don't use it, it has opened up the doors that have allowed so many creators to express themselves in ways that maybe they wouldn't be able to financially. So I think it's really, it's helped things a lot. And then it keeps you where you have to keep making sure that you're staying on top of your skills. You have to always be practicing and working on things and honing your craft, because if you're not, you'll get left behind. So for myself, every day is a learning curve, and no matter how many things might seem a certain way, I always tell people, you know, I really don't know anything. I just try to understand what's happening in the present and keep working on what I'm doing and improving that constantly so that I can keep giving quality to people who, you know, spend their time and resources to be supportive.
All right, cool.
Very elegant.
Okay, I think the rest of us can lead. He answered the question. All right, okay, let's go. Christy, what are you doing? What are you doing to change with the times, if anything?
Well, what can I say? Being as destructive as possible, I guess. I don't know. Like, if you guys read Demon Bitch, it's just basically I'm just doing this all the time. I just wanted to write something that was fucked up and irreverent, and because I like my background is growing up on underground comics. Like, I was first introduced to them as a kid. Ironically, when my parents took me to Stanford, I guess the fucking doctor lawyer bullshit that I never really wanted to do. But they had underground comics in the colleges. So I said, fuck this, I'll read this. I read it. It's like, what the fuck is this? Like, I read Life in Hell. I read Jimbo. I read all sorts of weird ass comics. And then when I started hitting college, I mean, I read a bunch of other shit in between, like the Big Two, anime, manga, manhwa, you name it. I mean, I've been exposed to Akira, the Predator versus Alien, Robotech, Macross. I know that sounds like the same, but there's different versions for each one. Dirty Pair, the localization, and the OVA. And Appleseed, Masamune Shirow, that's like fucking a staple right there. And then when I graduated, when I went into college, I got back into underground comics where I got into Love and Rockets, Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. And it's like kind of in Dawn and in The Crow, but it's sort of weird because it's like all this shit is kind of like coming back around because the guys that I read back in college, I like fucking know, which is kind of weird. Like, I've actually talked with them and it's like, actually they're pretty normal people, which is cool. So it goes on. And so for me, like when I did Demon Bitch, it was about fucking people I hated. And everybody was telling me, no, you need to get over it. I'm like, all right, fucker, whatever. And that's how I draw like these fucked up comics and people started liking them and it became a thing. And I think what it is, it's kind of like, you know, the term scapegoat, right? It's that, okay, so what it used to be, I think in the older villages or whatever, maybe the Jewish villages, they actually get a goat. And they put all their sins on the goat. They beat the shit out of it and drive it off into the woods. And that was like to take away the sins of like the village. And then everybody was washed clean of their sins. It was like a really weird thing, but it's like, it's kind of like she's like a healthy therapy for people because people are kind of told on a fucked up level that they need to get over shit and forgive people. And don't get me wrong, I think that's good. But I think it's like people are kind of being told to forgive or do nice things against their will when it's like not really healthy to do so. Like most of the time you can tell people like, hey, I forgive you. How I forgive you is like if you get hit by a bus in front of me, I don't give a shit, you know, that type of thing. Wow. Yeah, but I mean, like there's different layers.
We tried doing that to Rosario, but he kept coming back.
I'm a fat boy. We bounce, baby. We fucking bounce.
Yeah, I second that.
Yeah, most of us resemble that remark. So,
I guess I'm bringing a level of honesty to comics that people don't really do, but it's like a certain level of emotional honesty. But,
nice.
Oh, hey, look, a porn bot, Naked HD XYZ. Hey, I'm waiting on you. 18+ stream.
Oh yeah, there you go.
That's nice. I come on, fuckers like the porn fuckers come on.
Oh no, that's a faithful watcher. That's one
of my faithful watchers. Yes, yeah, I'm gonna catch that son of a bitch on the street one day.
Go pound his ass, not like the San Francisco.
Wait, Naked HD, I know you.
So Ozzy, how are you changing with the times?
Well, it's been a lot of change, at least for me. I started it as just a penciler, as a work for hire, and well, I stayed like that for at least 10 years or more, and then I went to conventions and not focusing on my books. I was just focusing on selling artwork, which is really my booth. It was called Commissions Galore, which is just selling commissions. That's it. No comic books. Move.
Baby is contaminating my shit.
Sorry. not selling comic books, just selling commissions, because you sell a commission for like $50 and the comic book is just $3.
Yeah.
So there is no competition there. It was just money against doing my comic books, but money always wins.
Yeah, right.
But then I got tired of that. Not that I got tired of money, but I got tired of just going to conventions and it's a hassle.
Mm-hmm.
That cat is gonna fuck you up, Ozzy.
Yeah, no, it's trying to.
Is that a girl?
Yeah, it's a girl.
Right?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, calicos. They're nice, but they're also fucking bitches too.
her name is Kiki. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kiki gonna
Anyway,
kick your ass.
he's gonna Kiki my ass.
No, I have a black cat. She's a bitch, so I know what you mean.
Yeah. So basically, I changed my format, and I'm doing now back again, focus on comic books and commissions. So it's a whole transition again, trying to do both. But I've been lucky enough that I never seek for self-publishing until now. I've always been able to give it to a company and they will sell it or stuff like that. But yeah, that's how I see it changing in my life, I guess. But I'm still working on doing somebody else's comic books too.
Good shit.
All right, cool. Jeremy, what do you got, brother? How you changing with the times?
I don't think I am. Let's see. I just kind of do what I want, and luckily enough people like it to keep on moving me along. I've kind of lucked into this with the licenses I've chosen. Being a fan and just hounding these creators until they say, okay, you can do a comic, leave me alone. Especially since I started with band comics, just, hey, you guys don't have a comic, maybe I can do one. So, but luckily along the way, I've improved my writing, hopefully, and I just keep going up, and that's just my goal. Maybe get after the Sword and Sorcerer, I can get a bigger movie license, a bigger band, hoping for some RPGs or toy lines. That's all it is. Just hope I improve and hope I can get more fun stuff to work on.
Good stuff.
That's it.
Yeah. Rich, what do you got, man?
I mean, this is like I said earlier, this is my first attempt at this. So like every step of that since the beginning has been changing with the time, I guess. I mean, in fact, not really a change because I'm stepping into it. So I had nothing to compare it to beforehand.
Right.
A brand new hustle, So, I mean, even getting a Twitter account and a YouTube, I never had that as where most people did beforehand. So I'm a latecomer to that, but that's me changing with the time so I can better hustle my comic book and promote that and get some eyes on that. So essentially, like, as the world is getting crazier, you adapt to that by doing crazy things. And I feel like focusing on this comic book and making it like a main hustle is, especially about what it's about, is pretty crazy. So I feel like that's kind of changing with the time, or at least adapting to it. So yeah.
All right, cool. Mr. Lanning, what do you got?
Well, yeah, I'm kind of with Rich on that. I'm overcoming my crippling shyness. Trying to be on shows, trying to do things here and there, talk to people, network. And I don't know if that's necessarily. I know being on a show or having a show or drawing and everything on Facebook, whatever, kind of helps to get you out there in the market yourself and what you're doing. So
Sure does.
That's about all I can offer right now.
All right, cool. I mean, this is what, your 400th show? You should be over by now.
You would think, right?
Mr. Rosario, what do you got?
Doing things like this, right? Prior to the pandemic, my whole model was doing the concert, right? Packing the trunk like an indie rock band, going up and down the coast, selling my wares. And that's how I did my networking. See, Michael, you just mentioned that word, right? Networking is key. And if I could go on a little journey, right? Let's. Everybody knows Dick Van Dyke, right? Excuse me, not Dick Van Dyke. Holy shit.
We do know Dick Van Dyke, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. We know him too.
Oh my God. I meant Dick Clark. Right?
Oh, right.
Right. We were used to seeing him on New Year's Eve, right? But then prior to that, it was on Saturdays with American Bandstand, going through the 50s and 60s and stuff like that. One of the things he did was the $10,000 pyramid, and that was a daily show. It was a daily show so that he was constantly in generating an exposure of himself, right? Developing the brand of Dick Clark. Well, with these shows, whether it's a new show that's emerging, whether it's one that's established, as many as you get on, you're bound to meet somebody new, right? And that new person is going to come back, and that new person is going to talk about you, and it's all about brand building. So it's for me, it's brand building through this. Like you guys, I don't want to say I was shy, but I wasn't used to this format.
Right.
I wasn't comfortable just sitting here in front of a screen and not being able to emote with my entire body. So learning how to work through this type of platform, try to develop sound bites, try not to run on, trying to be specific with what I want to say, trying to get that point across. That's something new that is being done right now through these platforms that all of us as creators really need to adapt to.
Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, for myself, I've done friggin' 25 Kickstarters at this point. So I'm looking for the next thing, right? And what's funny is it's kind of like an Ouroboros. It's the snake eating its own tail. I find myself now going back to looking at either Diamond or retailers, trying to get myself back into stores. So it's kind of like going back in that direction. It's the place where I started at, moved on, and now I'm trying to get back in there. So it's weird, because it's an expansion of the market for me. Like, if I can get my books in those areas, if I can get into a few hundred stores, that's important, because now I'm not just selling 100 or 200 books through Kickstarter. I'm selling several thousand. So, lower margin, but you make it up in bulk. So
Right. Volume sales.
that's right. All right, Mr. Rosario, you're up, sir.
Yeah. All right. We're all creators, whether it's artists, writers, storytellers, dreamers, who are trying to create a commodity, right? Trying to sell their product. How do you fight off imposter syndrome when it sets in?
Nice. Hold on, but before we start with that, Nina was talking about the porn people on my damn channel. I told her to clean her shit up. No, she said JD is contaminated by shit. I told her to clean her shit up. It's engagement. And then she says Mr. Lanning always gets sick before every single show. Nice.
Because I know she's going to come over here and troll me. That's why.
There you go.
Well, do you return the favor on her shows?
Not as much as she does me. That's not as witty.
Well, you got to try.
You should have her see how she fucks with Rich Parada. Like, they just go at it.
I don't know.
Right.
Last week she popped behind the curtain. She dragged him back. See some bruises on his face now, man. You know what I mean? Homeboy took a couple lumps that haven't cleaned up yet.
I don't even remember what that's about. There's been 5 or 6 of them since then. So.
Actually, what happened was like that one of the girls that I patterned Demon Bitch after, one of my friends I was working with, he's a gay man. And gay men, they're very vicious in terms of insults, right? I hang around a lot of them, so we can see how my language can be. Anyway, so he and I are working. We see her walk in. She's got like this brightly colored hair. Like, I don't mind people that dress like differently or something, but I don't know. Like, just sometimes, like, there's some people that dress like off. Like, you're like, I mean, one girl can totally rock it, but another girl that wears it, you're like, there's something weird how you put that together, right? So we were looking at her, and she had this like blue and purple hair, but it was like really weird. And so my friend was like, "Oh, look, she dyed her hair to match the color of her bruises."
Oh, ouch.
Oh, that's fucked up, dude.
Damn. All righty.
Damn.
Taking it back to the question, Chris,
Damn.
how do you fight imposter syndrome?
How do you follow that up?
With a straight answer. Go ahead.
Who is it, Christie?
Yes.
Well, imposter syndrome. I mean, you're gonna feel insecure all the time about shit you do. I think even if you're the best person in the world, there's not really anything you can do to get rid of that. Like even through this Kickstarter, I was like, "Fuck, really?" You know, because like there was times during the Kickstarter, it was doing that whole. I was talking to JD about it, like where you're like, it was like fucking infuriating, and you just wanted to kick the person in the dick or something. But
Shit.
But you keep persisting, but it's just like it's hard. And you kind of wonder if like you're good at this and why the fuck are you doing it? Or if you're drawing and doing stuff and sometimes just all of a sudden like you just feel like shit and you just feel shitty about what you're doing and like, man, is this any good? And especially during the times where everybody tells you that you suck or isn't responding, it seems like you just got to go and keep just going forward and just know that you got to do what you got to do and keep doing it. I mean, sometimes you need to improve, but sometimes it's just you got to keep doing what you're doing. And sometimes when you feel like the shittiest, that's actually where you get the solution, which is odd. Because I think you're pretty much on the verge of giving up and you're like, fuck it, I'll just try this one thing, or just something will hit you. You're like, oh, maybe I could do this. And then you do it. So you just got to go with it, really.
All right. Ozzy, what do you got?
Well, I don't get that often. Because I keep myself busy all the time. And when I do have it, it's just, I do meditation. Because it's your ego basically just talking to you and saying that you're not worth, or and you just it's going to the root and cut it. So meditation helps on that. Also, you cannot feel that you are the best also, because that's again you got to find the balance. You got to something in the middle. So I don't think I have it often, but I when I get meditation. Simple.
Okay.
That's cool. We probably should all meditate. Anyway, Jeremy.
I don't think I get it at all. And if I run into any kind of blocks, I just switch to another project. You know, I usually have about 10 different scripts going, so I just, you know, whatever. You know, I don't believe I'm going to fail. You know, some things will be a little more successful than others. Just keep on going. That's all you can do. You know, be confident in yourself. That's the most important thing anyway. That's why you're here. You know you can do it, so just do it. Thank you, Nike, for that slogan. Just do it.
Just do it. There you go. Rich, you ever have these issues?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Jeremy and Ozzy, and I think I thought I was the only one that kind of like not figured it out but thought about it. But now that they say that, that's got to be the key, is to just keep yourself busy. The last time I had that imposter syndrome or felt like that was when I was only like just working on sketches or in my free time and only working on stuff for customers and clientele and stuff, and that's it. And then when I hit that wall, it started getting real aggravated and feeling in that slump. I just started painting, and then as soon as I started painting, and then just kept myself busy with things afterwards when I started getting kind of frivolous with that. And then after that, just kind of focused on the whole comic book thing. So it's a matter of keeping yourself busy, kind of find style in that, you know. And I think you just don't have enough time to feel that imposter syndrome, and then you're just like, whatever, you know, really notice it.
All right, cool. Mr. Xing?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where you have to just keep going. There's going to be hiccups. There's going to be bumps. I mean, I think about something that Christie said about manhwa, which a lot of people are not familiar with, or wuxia. You know, Korean and Chinese comics. Manga is far more popular, I think, just because of the anime, but those are really more like they're almost like paintings, in the way that they look. And so, in a Western, society, most comic books kind of look the same way in the sense of how they're drawn. The styles are not too over the top. I think about my own experiences. I got my work rejected 158 times by every publisher except Marvel and DC, because of course they don't do that kind of stuff. So, but I went to everyone you could think of, and nobody would print it because they didn't say I was doing something wrong. It was just too different, and they wouldn't take a chance on it. And so those kind of things, they can be, it can seem disheartening, but you just have to keep going. And like Jeremy said, you have to believe in what you're doing, whether anybody else gets it. And despite all the rejections, despite all the things that happen, it's like there are so many things that I could tell you about these experiences that I've had with these publishers. And now things are to the point where I have people like Santa Monica Studio coming to me and telling me that I'm doing a good job on my book because they've seen it. Yet you have people at a publishing company who wouldn't take a chance on it because they couldn't see past how it seemed. And so by digging in and just constantly going forward, no matter how it seems, no matter how it kind of bashes you, you keep standing up and you just keep fighting. And that's all you can do is just fight, and you have to just be relentless.
Mm-hmm. That's true, right? Nice. Mr. Lanning, what do you got?
There's a 5 hour maybe there's a 5 video, maybe longer than 5 hour documentary about Sam Keith. And if you want to get over imposter syndrome, go listen to that. Sam Keith hates his stuff. He hates his stuff, and he made it a career out of it. He'll even argue with you if you tell him his stuff is good. That's how much he hates his stuff. And if somebody like that could hate their stuff, you could get over feeling the way that you feel to get your stuff out there.
Okay.
And just like Ozzy said, Jay, you don't have to have a big head about it, and know, always continue to learn. But it's just, I don't like it, but I'm going to put it out there. Hopefully somebody will. And usually you find out, you just push through.
There's always a market for everything.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What's the name of that interview?
It's on Jerk Comics YouTube channel. It's not an interview. It's a 5-part documentary called How the Max Broke Sam Keith.
Okay.
Can you post the link?
I could probably find it in just a minute.
Okay.
I'll put it in the private chat. Yeah.
Because I've heard that too before. I never understood why that dude would feel so insecure about his art.
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Who's the guy?
Sam Keith.
Sam Keith.
Oh, Sam Keith. Yeah.
The Max Sandman.
Yeah. Sam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think this is for that guy talking.
Oh no!
He's the reason I started liking comics. And Keith's the man. I mean, it's unfortunate he feels that way, but I'm sure it's what drives him to become a better creator.
Yeah.
It's what drives him to become a better writer. I know. For myself, in this question is just like, I agree with Jeremy and Ozzy. I just keep working and I keep working, right? So I don't really have time to like feel bad about what I'm doing. But there do come moments where I'm just like, damn, do I suck? Right? Because we don't get those moments. You're just like, shit, do I fucking suck? I'm like, am I the only idiot thinking that, my stuff is really good? Once in a while, I get a letter from a fan and be like, oh, I really like your stuff. Like, that makes you feel nice, but you still question yourself,
Right.
You still like sitting there going, damn, am I really fucking this up?
Does that person have bad taste too?
Right, exactly. So it's just like that. It's just, but, I plow through, man. I plow through. I got too much stuff to do. That's just like I don't have time to be thinking about that stuff. I just got to keep going, moving forward, and just do the best I can do. Yeah. So, Mr. Rosario, how do you answer your question, sir?
I don't got an answer because I've tried everything that everybody's talking about. I do try to plow through. I have tried to meditate. I have tried to keep busy. But I just find that keeping busy just keeps me up later at night in bed because the gears are still turning.
Yeah.
And once the gears start to slow down, shit, that imposter syndrome kicks in even harder. Keeping busy is just holding the wall up long enough to let it fall on you when you're finally exhausted. Pushing through is pushing through. Like Christie said, it's when you're at your most desperate that you find an answer for what you're in. But I didn't know about that about Sam Keith, man.
Yeah.
I know Mike Mignola had the same problems, and he talked about going through therapy and stuff like that. He still is in therapy if you hear from him. So it just it kicks in, man. You always worry about if your stuff is going to be good enough. I had books ready to go right before the pandemic, but I was like, do we pull the trigger? Is it good enough to deserve people's money when they're out there scrapping for food, toilet paper, other natural disasters that happened during that time? Imposter syndrome, it's a motherfucker.
Yeah, and even though you push through it, I don't think it goes away.
No, man.
That's the thing. It doesn't go away.
No, it doesn't.
But it does help to keep you in check. I'll tell you, I've heard like agencies, comic book agencies, they said they'll get people that come up that are so sure of themselves. It's the best artwork you ever seen, and it's just garbage. It's like it's worse than it. Yeah. But then you get people that come up there that's not too sure about their stuff, and they're really awesome. And in fact, a lot of comic book pros will tell you one thing that they wish for everybody is to have more confidence in what they do, and you don't want to be overconfident, but
right.
Yep. No, I got you.
Right.
Mr. Lanning, you're up.
All right. So as independent creators, what is your best marketing tool?
All right. Fair enough. Ozzy, you're up, brother.
This podcast. Well, going to shows and talking about your book is probably one of the best. Instagram also helps a little bit, but I think doing these shows are some of the best. Last time I was having we were having the Indiegogo when I was in your show. It was a 10% sale on the Indiegogo when I was in this show.
Oh, all right.
So it's really good. I don't see any other.
Oh, I'm waiting for my kickback. Don't worry about it. It's good.
Yeah, you're really good at that. And also just go to conventions. Go to conventions and just promote yourself, your books. That's just the best. I don't see any other.
That's cool. Jeremy, what do you got?
Being in China, I don't really have any options besides what we're doing now, and the just all the social networks that I'm lucky I'm able to connect to. I think my biggest thing is, for this one, it's Ozzy, because he is,
exactly.
He's pushing it. Yeah, he keeps pushing like me. And it's true. I mean, we don't always see eye to eye or get along, but he is doing a great job for this. Pushing me to analyze what I'm doing, and really the biggest thing for me though is not my name recognition, but now I can say I've worked with Simon Bisley, and I've got all these world famous bands that have put their faith in me, and then actually directors and actors. So kind of riding the coattails, but those are my options.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, cool. All right, hold on. Let me just put these up real quick.
Hey, Dwayne. What's up, buddy?
What's up, Dwayne? And then
Dwayne.
Nita says that his wife is a tool. I don't understand what that's all about.
I don't know. Ask Rich Priot.
Oh, man.
Hey, Dwayne, I don't even think Dwayne's married. Sorry, Dwayne. Rich, what do you got?
The best tool? Is that the question?
Yeah, I mean, what's your best marketing tool? What do you think?
Best marketing tool. I would have to say the besides social media platforms, because that's just instantaneous and it gives you so much more of a broader reach. It's insane. Like before getting into certain networks, I didn't know one Australian, and now I know a bunch of them. And
Nice.
one of them has helped me like with my campaign and like done awesome things with the trailer alone. And I feel like that has brought a lot of awesome positive attention. So the
Very
social
cool.
media and your art, you flex that no matter regardless of style, whatever it is. If you're confident in it and you flex that, is that's one of your best tools right there. So something to show it off on the social medias, but art and social media.
All right, cool. Mr. Xing?
I mean, me personally, yeah, social media. I use that, and then I just try to engage viewers in as many unique ways as possible. Like I don't show whole pages of symphonic verses. I never show full pages of the book. I might show clips of art, clips of panels, but what I have found is that if you just show everything, people have seen it, so the allure of it's gone. But if there's a little bit of a mystery about what's happening or what's going on, that kind of hooks people, and that's what draws them in. And so I've, over the many years I've been doing this, I've found that if you engage viewers that way, you give them bits and pieces and you find compelling ways to say it. Don't just say, oh, here's my book, buy it. But you have to make it sound and appear a certain way, and that really seems to grab people's attention, and it's been really it's been really helpful, especially for what I do.
All right, cool. Christie, what do you got?
Well, honestly, and I know this might kind of sound weird, but it's really myself, because the thing is that you can't really have anybody be your bigger cheerleader than yourself. And I'm not saying that you can't have supportive people. You can. And you can have the most supportive person in the world, but if you don't believe in yourself, that's going to be hard. That's going to show up a lot. And it kind of sucks ass that way. And only you, I mean, don't get me wrong, you can hear different people's like suggestions and stuff for that. But really it's up to you to take initiative. And for me, I found after people talk to me, they'll buy the book. They'll want to know more. They'll want to do the thing no matter what I do. Like I'll go to a convention, talk to them. Social media, yeah, but there's different ways to go with social media. Like what sucked was that at one point in the campaign, because I joked about hitting Demon Bitch with a lead pipe, they restricted me because they're like, oh, you're threatening violence. I'm like, I'm not threatening violence, you assholes. But then on top of the additional fuck you, they were going like, oh, we're going to hide all your stuff in groups. So that was really shitty of them to do. So it was like, I mean, the thing is you kind of have to adapt constantly. Like I found Twitter to be a good indicator or grabber. I found other places really good as grabbers or whatever. Like you just kind of have to adapt. Like sometimes Facebook isn't Instagram is the best way, or this is the best way, or that's the best way. But you just got to keep on plugging it. It's really up to you. Like you got to find it within you to plug forward. And sometimes each Kickstarter, no matter how well you plan it, can challenge you. Like there was a while where my stuff was going back and forth, and it was really infuriating. Even though end all I was making gains, it was just the back and forth was fucking pissing me off. And it was like, wow, what the fuck? So, I mean, I'm not trying to say that it's up to you for the challenges, and it's up to you to look through social media. You have the tools. You just got to adapt every day for them. Right. Sometimes, like with me, I've had to go out and just talk to people personally, like, hey, you know about my comic, Demon Bitch, right? What about this? And then I'll talk to them a little bit, send them a link. A lot of them back. A lot of people kind of get too wrapped up in the actual engine of stuff. Like in social media, I don't know about you. If somebody sends me a whole fucking copy paste text of their fucking Kickstarter, I'm going to ignore it, because it's like, no, you didn't get a chance to talk to me. You could have spent less energy just saying, hey, how's it going? yeah, how are you? Everything's good. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. And I said, yeah. And then you just talk a little bit and say, hey, you know what? I got this thing. If you want to look at it, it's kind of fucking funny. And then they look at it and then start laughing. And then they back it. Or usually they like it or they'll share it. I mean, it's that simple. But a lot of people are like, oh, no, I can't. They think sales is this mystical, magical thing. In reality, it's not.
Right.
It's just got to talk to people and actually listen to them, interact with them. And you don't need to tell them about all the fucking problems or something. It's just, you just talk to them.
Cool. Mr. Rosario, what do you got?
This right here, right? Your work, like Christie's saying, right? Like Rich said, your art, your catalog, the stuff you've produced. And this is your business card, right? It has all your information in there. Has what you've done, how you put it together, how much you did in it. And I'm always harping on offset printing as opposed to print on demand, because when you're doing offset printing, you're doing 3,000 units. You could take 10%, put that to the side, and use that as your biggest marketing tool, right? You can take those 300 books, or a stack of books. You could do free comic book day, right? Not worry about taking the L on that, because you already put that to the side. You've already incorporated that L into your budget. This weekend, my sister-in-law had a fundraiser for the school. So with our products, we put a nice little gift basket together, right? We didn't have to worry about, oh my God, well, on print on demand, we put 5 books in there. That's $10, and we put a T-shirt in there. That's another. You're not worrying about the nickel and diming of it all.
Right. Yeah.
So with offset printing, you could this little stack here is allocated to do these things, to brand your product, right? Get people to become aware of what you've done.
I agree with you, but not everybody can do that, because you need money.
Not everybody can do that. But see, that's the unfortunate thing. There's no school out there for creating comic books, right? There's all these
right here,
master classes, right? This is it. This is where you learn. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. This is the grind, right? But it's like one of the things that people don't understand when it's print on demand as opposed to offset printing is you're trading short-term sales for long-term sales. It's not just about how much money can you make on the release of the book anymore. It really isn't, right? JD spoke about this in the top of the show, and he's coming back into hitting retail outlets. So, okay, if you got this much product and you're working 5 to 10 stores a week over the course of the year, you're going to get your money back between that shows, using it to bundle into other packages for your future Kickstarters or your future crowdfunding platforms.
Right.
And you don't have to worry about, oh man, well, I just spent $600 on the last order of books that I did. I gotta spend another $1,200 to get another couple hundred copies, and I'm running out of fucking money. You don't got to worry about that, because you've done that already. You did that, right? And your price per unit is less than $1. Your price per unit is less than 70 cents. As indie people, we're charging $3 to $5. That's a good margin, man. Right?
Nice.
I mean, dude, you go to any other business out there, and you're telling them, oh, I got a 400% markup on my product. They're going to fucking love that. They're going to love that, right? Most big businesses succeed in between 20 to 40%. And here we are, we're doing stuff at 300 to 400%. Let's fucking utilize that, man. Right? Going back to this, there's not a school for this, but there's a school for business. And as indie creators, we need to understand certain fundamental principles. We do. But what we're doing, what's up?
Oh, no, I was just thinking. I'm sorry. I just
Go ahead, shoot.
Oh, well, I was thinking, it's kind of funny when I ran my Kickstarter, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've had people say to me, well, you should have asked for less money. And I'm like, why? Because this is the cost of what I was able to do. This is a reachable goal. And it was kind of annoying, because I was like going, okay, look, I have seen indie creators do this all the time, and I don't think it's good business. They will undercut everything that they do in order to make the Kickstarter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, either break the business up or the product up into manageable price ranges, depending on what your original is.
Yes.
Okay, you're probably going to take a hit. Maybe try to fund one thing at $500, $1,000, and have that thing fit within your economy, right? To figure out initially or whatever. But sometimes people say, "Oh, I've been doing Kickstarter. I always eat it with the shipping. I always eat it with this. I always eat it with that." I'm like, why do you need to eat it?
Right.
That's the
Charge it.
point. Like,
Right.
my time is valuable. You should value your time. And you're going like, well, I'll never be rich off comics. Well, that's a primary reason why you're not being economical with this. Like for me, I figured 7,000. I knew it was attainable. I knew that I made 61 last time.
6,100. You shot for $7,000.
I shot for salmon. Well,
Nice.
61 on my last Kickstarter. I asked for 5,500, and then this one I asked for 7,000. So because I knew I could make it somehow, you know. And what kind of was annoying was like when you're dealing with that, and they said, "Well, just shoot low so you can get it." And I'm like, I don't want to shoot low because it's like you need to shoot with what's realistic. So it's just like I've seen many indie creators time and time again say, "I eat this, I eat that, I eat this, I eat that," but it's kind of a desperate thing, and we got to stop doing that because it's not good business. It really
They
isn't.
eat it and then they fall short of putting out a good product.
Yeah.
Right. And then let me expand on what you're talking about, Chris, because you touched on it for a second, and you jumped up, right? You jumped up from your previous to your current goal. JD and I, we come from retail. I don't know how many other people do, right? But in retail, you want to do 12 to 15% every quarter or every year, right? You want to grow. How many people are not doing that? How many people are not incorporating that 12 to 15%? Push yourself. All right, you hit it. Good. Nice. Fucking salute it. Eat, the thing that's frozen, that it's crap, that is going to make you happy to celebrate, right? And then figure out how you're going to challenge yourself the next time.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. It's like I just see it time and time again. That's all.
I got to say something about that. For our last Indiegogo for the Sword and the Sorcerer, and we talk about this on the show actually, that I was gonna do low price, so because I'm new to these platforms, so I was gonna go low to collect fans, to collect people, basically, to get a satisfied customer, and I explained that to Jeremy. Let's go for low, and on the Kickstarter or on the next one, we'll recover a little more because we have more people interested on the project. We're showing them a good project.
Can I offer you an alternative, Ozzy?
Yeah.
Because I see where you're going, and you know what? I can't say that I was not guilty of doing that as well at the beginning, right? Let me go back to what I was originally bringing up with offset printing. All right. Now you have the product to get fans by getting them to get future customers, to get them to sign up for your newsletter for future releases by giving them a copy as an incentive for them to sign up to your newsletter for future sales down the road, right? That's bringing them into the funnel. But if you're not establishing that from the beginning, so maybe this is the wrong phrase, so that you can eat it, or you know what, better yet, because you've incorporated that into your budget.
And it's really not that we're losing money. It's just because like you said, let's say we're paying $2 and we're selling it for $7. So if we sell it for $6, still money.
Okay. How many pages is the full color?
24 color. Yeah.
Okay. Like I know Shane, he's doing trade size books, man. He's on a totally different game than we are. Right? He said it at the beginning. He's not doing crowdfunding, and he's succeeding. And I'm 100% sure in that first third of those 30 years, he was hurting and he was learning this the hard way.
Oh yeah.
Right? But he's taken that and he's applied that to, all right, this is how I avoid those mistakes.
Yeah.
And look at where he's at, where he's doing it.
Yeah, I mean, because like you said, there is no this is how you do this. I mean, everything I've learned, I had to learn on my own over so many trial and error. I mean, when I first started printing like the first copies of Symphonic Verses, which I still have, are like 27 years old. And what I was doing was I actually knew someone who worked at a printer, and they told me how you put the pages 4x4. So I was making copies and then trying to trim them and staple them together myself so that I could sell them at shows, outside of stores, outside of libraries. I was taking them to high school, and I'd sell them to people that I knew. And it, you know, it was not just that, it's the business. It's how to properly trademark and copyright, and learning marketing, learning strategy, all these things that are helpful. And when I was 17, I interned at Piper Jaffray, and I got to spend time with these bankers and these financial experts. And you start picking up little bits and pieces of things, and you say, okay, I see how they're doing that for financial things, for these clothing agents, for these other companies. How can I take that and then spin that in my own way so that I can use it for what I'm trying to do? And then you just keep working at it, and you just keep honing it, and then before you know it, it's not that, again, it's not because you know anything, but you understand the difference. Like, small example, someone asked me a question about art, like probably 2 weeks ago. And I gave her the same answer I've been giving people for over 20 years. Anything that is complicated is just a strong understanding of fundamental basics from another perspective. So it may look very detailed, it may look very complex, but it's because they understand the basics. If you don't understand the basics, you won't be able to do this. So it's the same thing. It's a balancing act, and you have to be able to know very simple things and just appreciate what it is. And then sometimes business is just smoke and mirrors. It's just, you want people to believe the hype. And it's not that it's not hype, it's not that it's not a good product, but it's how you present it. And then you know, before
it's
you
compensating for imposter syndrome.
There we go. It makes you a great pretender.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, cool. Who was up, Michael?
Well, you haven't answered. I mean, if you want
no, I mean,
I was going to ask the question. I asked the question.
Rosario, you answered, right?
I did. I'm sorry. I took us on this long tangent. I apologize, everybody.
No, that's fine. For myself, the one thing that I found that helped me on my last campaign was sharing updates. So I felt sharing updates with swapping updates with other creators who are running Kickstarters. I felt that helped a lot. So, you know, if you got a campaign, you can swap out with another person to share out their campaign. I found that really drove traffic to my campaign, and that really helped me out. So that's what worked for me.
If I can,
go ahead.
There's a group. It was created just recently. There's a lot of creators. They have campaigns, and I don't know if any of you are in these groups, but everybody pushes on the first. Once you finish your campaign, when you have your link, you put it there in the group, and everybody shares, and everybody gets like a huge push. Like everybody's like getting $2,000 or $3,000 on the first days. That's how we were able to do the Sword and the Sorcerer, like a 1,500 immediately.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 1,400 or something like that. I don't know, remember, but it's really good. That you should check on that one.
Yeah, you found it quick. Hold on, let me put some of these on from before.
Nope, only married to my company.
Yep. Froggy says Demon Beach, you all suck. That's her link. Go check it out. Rich Island's Roach Balls, nice. Tickle the algorithm, smash the ding on the bells. Subscribe, yes, please subscribe. That's like cutting your own hand and makes sense. All right, cool.
Yeah.
So Mr. Lanning, what do you got? Answer your own question, sir.
All right. This is how I do it. One thing that I've noticed, you know, looking at marketing and everything, reading books in here, is one of the number one marketing things is word of mouth. and you're going to trust what people say to you because you know that person.
Yep.
And that's what a lot of these streams, like this stream right here, Pop XP, these guys out here that are pushing stuff and putting people out there, putting people and letting us know. I wouldn't know who any of you people were if it wasn't for these type of shows.
Agreed.
True. Yeah.
Agreed.
So I mean, really, it's first. I don't think we can really say that there is one number one best marketing tool. They all have to work. It's called economic submission. One has to one takes points to another and points to another. Its job is to point to this. Its job is to point to this. The good writing and the good art. You have the, let's see how I can put it. The podcaster points to the good writing and the good art, and that sustains the audience. So right there, your product is a good marketing tool. Your networking is a good marketing tool. They all have to work together coherently. So it's almost a trick question. Sorry, because one thing it's a stack. It has to rely on each other. One piece moves, it could be a Jenga tower falling over. You might be able to stand for a little while, but eventually you've got to have everything line up in order to actually be successful at it.
Yeah.
Cool. Now we've gotten to that point of the show where I'm going to start putting up the campaigns. I'm going to start with Ozzy and Jeremy first because I know Jeremy's on the other side of the planet and he must be dying. So he's just like,
It's 8:30 in the morning.
yeah,
It's not bad.
On a Monday.
on a Monday, yeah.
Yeah, I don't work today. It's a holiday.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, that's right. What holiday is it out there?
May Day.
made it.
May Day. So
They celebrate May Day over there?
Yeah.
Why
It's
not?
weird. I don't know why, but they do.
how long is it lasting? Because I'm waiting to hear back on some more accurate quotes. I just want to know
Well,
when.
My
I can expect
my
to hear from
daughter's
them.
out of school for like most of the week until Thursday, I think. I just have today off.
Nice. So here we go. Funded at $5, Sword and the Sorcerer. Ozzy, Jeremy, please let us know what we got here.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Jeremy.
Oh. No, you go ahead because I don't know what you want to say. Go ahead. You start.
Okay. What we have here is the Sword and the Sorcerer Chronicles is basically the sequel of the movie, The Sword and the Sorcerer, created by Albert Pune. How do you say it, Jeremy? Pune?
Pion.
Pune.
I've never been corrected.
Okay. We have a cover by Simon Bisley.
That's awesome.
And now we actually have the cover. Last time we only had the sketch cover. Took a long time. Finally. It took us a year actually to get that cover.
Wow.
It's worth the wait. Yeah, no, yeah. We had plans and kind of derailed plans, but it's fine. We're gonna correct that.
Nice.
So we have we're gonna do 3 covers: the sketch cover, the regular cover, and the holofoil cover, the chrome cover. We're gonna have t-shirts. I don't know what else do we have.
Well, let's see. For stretch goals, we just unlocked a trading card. We're going to do stickers, maybe a trading card set, maybe some bookmarks. We'll see how high we go.
Nice.
Cool. I love this cover, man.
Yeah, it's insane.
That's a cool cover.
Well,
Simon Bisley. Yeah.
I mean, right there, you just say Bisley, and everybody's ears prick up. It's like, oh wow, how did you do that?
Yep.
Yeah.
And of course,
I
that
get-
interior art.
Yeah, it looks
Thank
awesome.
you.
But like he said, maybe we're showing a little too much.
Well, you don't
my-
have
But it is nice.
you don't have the bubbles up, so you want to
Yeah.
see the art. You don't want them to read the story. That's the deal.
That's true.
Right. So we're keeping it simple
Yeah.
on this one. We don't have that many rewards?
Well, we were going to have Bisley's original sketch cards, but they're I don't know what happened with that. I'm just happy to get the cover at this point.
Yeah,
And
Yeah, I mean,
and then we also I had another Peon book for his movie Mean Guns, so that's a add-on perk. We have some autograph cards from Peon. So all kinds of different things.
Mean
This is the Mean
Guns.
Gun.
It's the movie with Ice-T in it, right?
Oh yeah, Ice-T, Christopher Lambert.
Yep, that movie was awesome. In the prison.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
nice.
And
Do you want me to
And,
play the video?
you want to show?
Yeah, a cover by the lovely Ozzy Longoria again.
There you go.
Nice solid
Right.
book.
Hey,
You
my
can
name's
stop
Jim,
it right there.
the owner of Studios and the writer of The Sword and the Sorcerer comic. I've loved The Sword and the Sorcerer since the 80s. I used to watch it on TNT and TBS every chance it came on. Never got to see it in the theater, but once I got a big screen, that was it's pretty awesome. And so I contacted our Peon, the director, about making a comic once I started making comics. It's been a lifelong dream to continue that story, since it's one of my favorites, along with Mean Guns, which I've also turned into. The cover is being done by Simon Bisley. Everybody knows Bisley. He is a master. The art is done by Ozzy Longoria, and we've been friends on Facebook for a while. He's done some sketch cards for me. He's some covers, but this is the first full book he's done, and he's really killing it, knocking this out of the park. And just his eye for colors and details is pretty amazing. The story, well, I can't say too much, but it's a direct continuation of the movie. It happens a couple days afterwards. Another sorcerer, well, you can call her, she appears. She's,
I thought some feedback was coming in my headphones.
And I really can't say much, but it's going to be a
He
surprise.
said a little too much. I had to
Gotcha.
listen.
And don't
Gotcha.
original Slam and Bisley art, low prices, which is something you won't really find for his art. And we have shirts, we have sketches, we have original pages, and that's it. So thank you for listening, and please check out the Sword and the Sorcerer comic. Give us a like, give us a share, and buy it. Buy one for your priest. Buy one for your grandma. Buy one for some random person on the street. Give us some support. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
Terrible.
was good. That was
When you're
good.
done with your pitch, I got a side story about the priest thing.
All right, just one more time, we will show off the Simon Bisley cover, only because I like it so much. All right, so we'll stop at that.
Yeah, it's really good, and you can get we're gonna have that one as a posters. We're gonna do T-shirts. We're gonna do
Nice.
a lot of stuff with it. Even for the next campaigns, we're gonna use it for obviously to sell the book in different ways and use it for different stuff too.
All right, cool. Well, you got to pimp that one to the end because I know it was expensive. So
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And let me just say, this is some of the other covers for the next campaign. I put in my Doomsday TV, but I put it on the back.
Oh, yeah.
Some of the covers. I'll show them to you later.
all right, cool.
So,
All All right, hold on. All right.
What were you saying about a priest?
Oh, so I got a legitimate priest that buys my books, dude. And I didn't know. I was like, here we are, and whatever. We're jaw-jacking, we're going back and forth, right? And I got a mouth. I try to tone it down, and he's not saying anything. He's letting me rock, and then he tells me, "Oh, I didn't get my books," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, dude. No worries." Follow the tracking somewhere. It got lost somewhere, and I sent them the stuff, right? And he gave me the blessing after he got it, right? And I'm like, well, that was a little overboard. Good thing I'm not too religious, you know what I mean? Because then we both would have burnt up. And he's like, yeah, no, I'm really a priest, man. He was a priest in Puerto Rico, and now he's in Spain. So I sent his book so they don't get lost to his mom in Florida. And I'm like, you're a young priest, dude. And it's like I'm awkward because I'm like, I don't know, your father, you know what I mean? But you're younger, and it just threw the whole fucking dynamic off, right? But at least I know that my grandmother up in heaven would be proud that I got a priest supporting my books right now.
There you go. There's your new tagline. That's Untitled Comics Quest.
So I kind of have a weird priest joke, a priest thing going on, and it's probably not. It'll be really short. It's funny. So I learned Spanish in high school, right? And so we somehow go to Rome. This is not in the Vatican, but this is like one of the other churches, like one of the first churches, I forget. And we go in there, and I want to have something blessed. I mean, I'm not Catholic, but I wanted to get the real shit, like.
Yeah, of course. Hey, you're in there. You might as well.
Right? It's weird because Italians, like,
when in Rome,
right? Well,
When in Rome.
They're known to be Catholic, but the thing is, like, when you actually go to Italy, they're like, yeah, whatever. Like, they're not like as Catholic, even though it's like the Catholic center, right? But Vatican City is its own country. So, like, I was tripped out because, like, in the Vatican, like, you can buy stuff, and then if you want, they can be blessed by the priest or whatever and be shipped to your hotel. I said, oh, fuck it, because I have some friends that are Catholic, so I had to ship to my hotel, right? Or they delivered it to my hotel. I was like, God, this is just kind of weird in a way. Like, the whole, really, like, they say mega churches are weird, but it's like, damn, the Vatican was the first fucking mega church that I knew of.
Yeah.
So, okay, so I won't take any more because I know we're focusing on campaigns. So I wanted to, like, get some stuff at the very first church in Christendom just because, and I wanted to get it blessed by a priest. So I'm looking, and they literally have, like, stalls that say German, Chinese, whatever. Like, so they have different fathers speaking different languages. I'm like, fuck, I don't know French. I don't know German. And it's in Spanish. I said, I learned Spanish. So I went over there and we started talking in Spanish. It was like,
that is awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to go. Well, let me roll that stuff back. But that's awesome. They cater to all denominations, demographics.
Yeah, the English one was out. Like, the English one, he just, like, was gone. I couldn't. I was like, fuck, because they have like literally a light saying, like, oh, they're not. So it's like a red light.
If they don't call that little service holy shit thing, they're really missing out on something. You know what I mean? Because that's something you can capitalize on.
When you go to the Vatican, you can get free holy water because if you fill up your drinking fountains in the Vatican, it's holy ground. So there you go.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Look at that. Oh, 13 bills. Congratulations.
Yep.
Very nice.
First campaign?
Yeah,
Yep.
first one.
Very nice.
What the hell?
Yeah, I mean,
Well, we now know who's working for the other team of the Vatican. He's on the other side. Who he's?
This guy's definitely not.
Sign a contract for-
This little creature ain't getting into heaven anytime soon. So. Bad little dude.
I will say
What's it
the
about?
grossest and dirtiest book that I've ever seen, but I mean that as a compliment because
Oh,
it's
nice.
Thank you.
Rich's campaign. It's very impressive.
it is
I'm-
very much.
Maybe at some
I'm
point.
so surprised that this is in Indiegogo, not in Kickstarter. I cannot imagine how much are you gonna make on Kickstarter.
Yeah, I wouldn't, this is my first time ever. So, like, even looking into campaigns and the whole crowdfunding thing. So, you know, I don't know if Kickstarter would be an option down the road. I haven't really like thought about that. So I'm kind of like a really simple person. So I try to do little things at a time, but I'm hoping that if I, you know, any other platform I do take it, I'm hoping that it does succeed.
Never
you know.
say no to yourself, man.
Yeah, of course. So, you know, all options are definitely,
Yeah,
or at
man.
least most options are definitely open. So for consideration.
You want me to play the video real quick?
Yeah, it's good. It'll sum up pretty much what's about and give you a good idea. And then I'll tell you a little bit about this little bastard.
The music's the best, man.
Thank you, brother.
Welcome to Cat Shit Island, a toxic, radioactive nightmare. To survive, the freaks, beasts, balls.
Dreaming, loving, touching, clutching, shooting, smoking, snorting, fucking, I be on another level. Call of Duty, took that metal, they so free, call it pebble, make it bubble like a kettle. I'm so dope, I be illegal to me. People bring it back, they call it sequel, treat it right, I be so equal. I'm so fly, I be like eagle, just so that they say I'm legal, so me that they say I'm evil. Walk around like I don't see them, I don't see them.
Rich Ayala's Roach Balls. Back in today on Indiegogo.
Nice.
Sully Cucaracha is one roach you
Nice.
Nice.
No matter how many times I see that, it always brings a smile to my face. Every time.
I fucking love that, man.
Oh, man.
That's great shit.
His shit reminds me of Garbage Pail Kids versus Robert Crumb. If you actually look at
Oh,
the
yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Here's another thing. When we were on Luke Stone's show, you know how he's a pastor and he's rolling down and he's showing all the things. He didn't show the really bad shit, and I'm sure it's really good. I don't mean it like that, but God, it looks like he's pissing himself. But anyway, so the thing is that he stopped on this one where these two like caterpillar things were fucking, and we were talking the whole time. I said, Luke, they're fornicating. So
yeah, that's.
Is this the picture I stopped on?
Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah, that's
he was very careful to let us know to watch, you know, just like watch our language and whatnot, and then he just stops on this for a good, like, I don't know, like 5-10 minutes or whatever. So it's pretty funny.
How long is it
like this?
Is that?
How long it took you to do the book?
I started it during like the first it was like a month or two into the lockdowns, and so I started it then. I mean, I've been working on this like collectively since like 2004, 2003, earliest, and then I really got the idea narrowed down and had the environment in the world already kind of like perfect for the most part ready to go, and that's when it started.
Dude, it's beautiful, man.
Thank you, bro.
Great shit. Yeah, man.
Mark Art Crumb shit, right? Like there's some there's like really like the lines kind of remind you of Art Crumb, doesn't it, guys?
I mean, if you think far, I've been pretty good at like not intentionally doing it, but a lot of people, the references they brought up, what it reminds them of, they've been pretty spot on. So you know, Robert Crumb, mostly any grimy cartoon or B movie that you could think of from the 80s, mostly. You know,
it's funny. See, Michael brought it up before, but I see a lot of Max coloring in there, man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Or Keith Giffen colors. Yeah, man.
Yeah, he blew my mind as a kid, so that was definitely an inspiration. Bisley as well.
Good shit.
So,
Bisley, and that's what I was saying when we were on the other show. I said I could see Bisley, especially the Doom Patrol covers. That's what really.
I'm sorry. Can you just scroll up for a second? Is that a glove or is that a Muppet hand?
That's from drawing too much of this raunchy shit, and then your hand breaks out.
I'm telling you, man, like don't jump to the ocean to clean yourself. You have to take an actual shower.
Homeboy, if that was a Muppet hand holding up the book, that alone would have been a money cover, bro.
That was like a little latex or rubber glove type hand that was on a little grabber, like for a Halloween gig. And then peel it off and wear it. And so I was like, oh, this is dope. All right.
Yeah,
it's like he's even holding it in disgust. He's like, gross.
Yeah, he's like
yeah. Now I know how you made them 13 bills, man. Quality shit. Way to go. Way to go, man.
You know?
I'm loving that. I'm loving
kind of do one of these, like.
Oh, thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
it's like the whole imposter thing. Actually, is like you're a little bit insecure. You know, when you first start this stuff and you don't know what you're doing,
you want to get
rid of that feeling, of like, oh man, am I doing this right? And the best thing to do is just flex with your best possible skill set,
Fuck yeah.
and just do
Oh, I
that.
like
You go hit some crackheads. Like,
That's
try.
good.
Oh, man.
Wow, I know who's going to Angle M next year with this fucking book.
Serious.
Shit.
Sully
you, man.
Cucaracha.
Yeah, and those are all art tiers. They already sold. So I've been doing that kind of like the art gallery type style, street art type shit, where I'm just delivering artwork that's just kind of one off, So people have been snagging those up, and those have been pretty good. I'm dropping a new
Rich,
one.
where you based out of, man?
Rhode Island.
Okay.
Yep. Over here on the East Coast.
Yeah, you're not far from us. We're in New York.
Nice. Yep. A couple hours away.
You're doing Rhode Island in November? Is it November this year? The Rhode Island Comic Con?
I think so, or sometime around that time. I don't think I'll be doing it then. I think it might be a little too close because after I fulfill in August, there's some other shit that I'm gonna be getting into with more like, more stuff. So, but I think into the new year or the next year, then I'll definitely be hitting up more Comic Cons and checking that out.
All right.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
It looks incredible, man. I mean, I love it.
Yeah.
How many pages is it?
It's 68 pages. I got a test print right here that I made. It's 9x12, so it's the exact size that I drew it in. The original medium's all mixed media, so it's all markers and watercolors. And
Oh, you got it published already? I mean, printed
yeah, I had
already?
some test prints made up, so just to make sure I knew what I was doing, I didn't want to fuck around. So I mean, we were a little off. Like the resolution was a little dull, but still came out pretty good. And then the cover stock was not. I should have been a little bit more specific on that, but I figured that all out. So when I do get the final copies made up, they'll be 100% what it should be.
Let me see on the side. What is it? Is that staple or is that perfect binding?
Oh no, it's perfect binding.
Nice.
It's 68 pages. It's not, it's a little bit.
Okay. No. It rocks, man. That shit rocks, man.
See, I didn't know what I was doing, so these were a little frayed, but these are going to these little bootleg runs are going to whoever like bought the first 4 original homages and shit like that. So
dude, make them special. Tag them up. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like make sure they know they're getting that priority shit, man. Dude, wow, good stuff, man.
Thank you, bro.
Well, with the crack wrecks that are glow in the dark, and you said don't smoke them, they're fake. I said I don't think it would really matter.
That's more or less for my ass to cover that. Yeah. Do what thou will afterwards, but that's nobody comes at me like you said I could smoke them. I'm like, no, I didn't. No, fuck, I did not.
Oh man, I want to buy a few, one for each friend, because I want to get 3, like one for myself, one for each friend.
Well, yeah. So I got the 2 balls, 1 package. The shipping's the same. And then you get 2 books. And if anybody,
I'm so sorry, but you missed the hook right there. 2 balls, 1 package. You know what I mean? That's a whole selling point, bro. It fits in with the theme, man.
The scrotal duo or something.
You get the whole thing.
You want 2 balls, 1 package? I got it.
Use that. You gotta use that.
Yeah, a lot of people like that. They've liked that little deal, so they tend to appreciate it. So
most of the world likes that deal.
A little extra. Yeah.
Oh shit.
The whole character is very antagonistic. He's not a good guy. There's no good guys, and he's not there to do good. So he's a little mischievous, little punk with 4 arms. And so if you're into that type of character, very fast-paced cartoon violence. Yeah. That's very much what you're getting. It's got filthy.
I can't over how. Sorry, I still can't get over how Luke was on that page for 5-10 minutes.
Little comics. So yeah.
I'm not a pastor, so I'm allowed. Fuck
it. We brought up Imposter Syndrome a little while ago. God damn, if you aren't making everybody else on the panel feel like they got to step their game up, then I mean that book is selling itself, bro. You don't got to pitch it. It just it looks fucking money, man. Mm-hmm. It looks fucking money, dude. I'm really excited for you.
Thank you, brother.
Really excited, man.
Also, just keep making more of this. I want this. Like I always said, so far I've been saying, once you see one roach, and then there's just always more. So definitely plan on keeping this little guy going. And hoping to make dozens more books down the road.
Well, he's a cockroach. He's gonna last forever.
Oh yeah, very hard to get rid of it.
All right, cool. Let's switch over. Let's see. Did that work?
Yeah.
We on Demon Bitch?
There you go.
Yeah.
Shit, I figured something out.
What?
Yeah, man.
Okay, so in the future, maybe I'll be able to do this the way it's supposed to be done. All right. Here you go, Chris. Do you want me to play that video?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, hold on.
Hello all, it's me again, Christie Shinn, owner of Horror Tourist Studios, located in smoggy old Los Angeles, California. I'm the creator of Demon Bitch, a godforsaken demon from the 13th pit of hell, where people throw their dog shit in gum wrappers. She aspires to be Hell's General, but is an incredible idiot as Armageddon hasn't happened yet. Or has it? Well, that's a debate for another time. Demon Bitch is so easily distracted by hard drugs, promiscuous sex, and other dumb attention-seeking shit that she hasn't made anything of herself yet. You might recall my other successful Kickstarter campaigns, Demon Bitch, I Told You So, and Demon Bitch Off the Wagon Panhandling Tour. And if you help contribute to making those campaigns, thank you, because there's more. In this installment, I am introducing a new graphic novel of hers called Triggered. What can I say? That pretty much describes the state of the world in the past 2 years. Anyway, it's a compilation of when Demon Bitch was stuck inside my very house and I had to do everything in my power to keep from going nuts. Also, we've got a computer game in the mix entitled Demon Bitch Disgusting Dumpster Fire. It's a game centered around Demon Bitch getting, well, attention. She always needs more. It's your job to get her some and fulfill that black hole she has inside of herself unless she learns to love herself. Fuck that. You'll have to maintain it by getting social media by acting pathetic through dishonest means and stupid antics, of which I'm sure is pretty amusing to everyone. Anyway, the first level of this game will be available to beta test by July 2022. We're working feverishly on it on our own self-induced slave labor camps, and we're probably going to break down and cry soon. And of course, we are introducing more swag and buyable shit to make the deal sweeter. First of all, we have art from the pair at Hyde Hermit Studios. They provided the best ever fucking artwork for this stuff to buy. We have the Tamabichi pins and original art by Ninja Kai via aka Connie Huang. Just looking at her.
Hold on, JD.
Like
you
want
went off the tab, man.
Shit and
Yeah.
the patch and stick
Thank
her by
God
down.
it wasn't porn.
Really love
How awkward would that have been?
Last but not least, we also have artwork in the form of a charm pin from Mary Zorlita Bellamy. Remember Anime Demon? That will now be a charm to grace your purse, your backpack, and your legal sack of goods. I'm not getting into that because I ain't no snitch. Also, we will different pack, of which you can buy each one separately, of Demon Bitch being, well, Demon Bitch. We also have stretch goals. Past a certain point, we will make Triggered into a hardcover option, as well as pasties, and maybe some magnets or whatever I can pull out of my ass at the last minute if this thing explodes. Either way, it will be fun. Imagine having Demon Bitch magnet on your fridge. Well, maybe not. Either way, I've been good at getting the shit to you folk. Back me again for another hell-laden and dysfunctional ride to the literary side, and may your temperature rise with the tide.
Nice.
Nice. That's pretty good.
Thank
Shit,
you.
I need to step my video up, you two.
I'm telling you,
God
right?
damn.
Golly.
Yeah, that's me looking pissed off. I've done 3 other Kickstarters that were very successful too. So, and I've always had almost 100% fulfillment, say for like 1 or 2 people. But you always get those weird ones that, you know, you contact them, say, "Hey, I need your address to ship it soon." They never respond. You're like, "All right."
Right.
Yeah, right.
And then they get back to you 2 Kickstarters later. I know. I've been there.
Yeah. I mean, you still send them their shit. I mean, it's like you basically paid for it. But yeah, that's a computer game. What it is that you wake up and then Demon Bitch really wants attention. And how does she get attention? She like takes like sad, pitiful selfies of herself, pretends she's in a hospital bed. She even like writes this long ass story about how she broke her ankle, and when she actually puts a foot of it, her actual picture of her foot of it up, there's these 2 hours, 2 arrows going like, "I have a compound fracture and one of them's on a foot." So yeah, that's pretty much it. So you just like, so she won't shrivel up and die. She will actually like, you need to get attention. That's the thing. And it's a beta test of the level. And once you get it, you can complain to my programmer how much it sucks.
I love her theme. You're gonna have a fucked up time playing this shit.
Yeah, like fuck it. It's just like, hey, it's like I kind of wanted to make fun of Japanese dating sims. You know, like it doesn't matter what you click. Yeah, like you just go through the fucking link tree and everything. But yeah, that's the Tamabichi pins. The expressions are glow in the dark.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then that's the original art that got sold real quick. These are the ones that are still available. I have some sketches there available at 50 a piece. There's the Band-Aid. This is Boot to the Head. And then this is Pink Eye and Broken Ankle.
Oh my God.
I broke my ankle. It does not look pretty. Turd Sucker's been bought, so yeah, that's pretty.
But you broke your ankle, but did you have pink eye at the same time?
I did not. No, I was making fun of people that like lied about their broken ankle because I've broken my ankle before. When you break an ankle or break a bone, you have like horrible bruising around the area, and it doesn't go away for a while. Like that's why I thought it was funny. And then she pointed to her foot, like I have a compound fracture in my ankle. It's like that's your foot, you moron.
I'm sorry that it sounded. You brought that up. It sounded like the sequel to Tango and Cash. You know, starring Pink Eye and Broken Ankle. Come on.
And that's the Tiki patch. Dallas Hoisington, the other half of High Hermit, does the patches, and they are basically woven patches. And there's a sticker version of that too.
Cool.
Is that a kielbasa or is that actual penis that she's holding?
No, they're hot dogs. I just say bad hot dogs or something. I think I titled that one "Bad Hot Dogs" because that's what she probably smells like. But yeah, this is,
oh shit!
Wait, what?
And that's Animu Demon. That will be a charm. That's Mary's Zoralito Bellamy. The 4x6 prints, they'll each be signed. She actually did work on the official My Little Pony franchise. So
that really kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it was great because I juxtaposed that with Demon Bitch, and then it's like Win a Date with Demon Bitch. There were some people who said, "Oh, does that mean win a date with you?" I'm like, "No, I'm just trying your horrible worst first date."
Nice. So you got stretch goals.
Yeah, stretch goals. Like I want to hit at least 7,500 so I can make hardcover versions of the book.
Yeah.
I mean, more in mass. I mean, you can still get the hardcover version of the book. It will be more printed in mass. And if I hit 8K, Titanic or Titanic, there's going to be.
I'm sorry, Rich. You see how she leans into it, right? You see Titanic. That's it, bro. 2 balls, 1 package. You gotta lean into that shit, bro.
Well, I mean, the thing is, like when I write my stuff, there's like this. My attitude. Sorry, I'm just also letting a person know because they're interested in pledging, so they're asking me questions. So I'm still feeling these questions, but yeah, like when I try to do it, I realize that I've probably read 10 million of those fucking things. I want it to be exciting. So I just start writing like crazy shit that people start laughing at. But I keep it short. I don't want to like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, and then there's Shipper there if you want to go down. Those cartoons are actually in the book. Go roll down a little bit, JD. Do the one where she's about to jump off the cliff. Yeah.
Nice.
So it's making fun of social media. Because like if you have a bunch of idiots that are like cheering you on, they're gonna convince you of anything to do.
Mm-hmm. Nice. So how many days do you have left?
I have 4 days. I'd like to pad it some more, get to the hardcover level. I'm at 7,122. It was up a little earlier, but it looked like a pledger backed out. It wasn't a huge amount, but I want to pad it more because you know how that is in the Kickstarter game.
Yeah.
So, nice. Hold on. Let's bring up some more because everybody has something, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. This is why I suck at this. You know, this is why I need somebody in the background doing this one. All right.
Yeah.
What do we got here?
Oh shit! No video. No. That fucking moron who put that together. Jesus Christ! Let me tell you, if the fourth one on tonight's docket is not suffering imposter syndrome right now, then I don't know what the fuck is going on. Shit! I should have told you don't do it now. Don't do it now. Fucking Simon Bisley. You've got somebody who's about to win the Grand Prix next year at Angoulême. You've got the Queen of LA kicking ass over there, fucking getting sales while the show's going on. We're nothing. Just like, buy the fucking book. I'm just on the show with a few morons. You know, here I am. I got nothing. No sexual body part jokes. I wish I did.
No two bed bug-esque larva.
Yeah, nothing to smoke, imbibe, drink. No, but this is the pre-launch page. Shinn brought this up earlier. I do superhero stuff. That's my bag. And I started off doing ash cans way back when. We jumped up from ash cans of the superhero books to pretty much 12 to 16 page expanded stories in full-size format. And we just kept it going. So right now we are finishing off the first arc with the 8th issue. Issues 1 through 7 are already printed. They'll know that as soon as they open up the page. But I don't know, for some reason it's it's weird. People don't know that they're going to get the other books, even though you put a number on there. So it's a weird fucking thing that you got to put all of them up there. But it does help out. Superhero book, flagship title for Unstoppable Comics, launching next Saturday, May 7th. Where? I don't know. You can just follow me on Facebook, and we're going to have some fucking drinks while we go live with this SOB. I am a double SOB, by the way, and not what you think. SOB stands for Son of Brooklyn, and then Son of a Bitch. But that's the second, that's the second one. So I'm a double SOB here. Wow, I'm dropping a ball because even the fucking videos were good, man. And I'm just like, bleep, 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 bleep.
Yeah. But this artwork is really nice. Who did this? Who did this piece for you?
Oh, so that's Carlos Granda. He just finished up a book right now on both Indiegogo and Kickstarter, one after the other, and combined the book Arachna raised $40,000 between the two platforms. Carlos is from Colombia, and he's been working with me for the last 10 years off and on, doing some covers, some interiors, some pinups, some trading cards, all of which that would be available in the Kickstarter. Pretty much the entire catalog in print that we still have left would be available for sales. The entire digital catalog will be up there as well. And those who have backed me previously, though, Xing knows that some of that crew gets a little extra bonus in there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. But you're not going to put it out there on Front Street. Have people cheer you up for it. Yeah, but it's like only the 9 of us are watching your show right now.
Wow!
This is your whole.
I'm just glad I'm here, part of Rosario's last show.
See, Rosario forgets that their superpowers granted to the person.
See, joke's on you. He kicked me out, but he kept my pre-launch page still up. That shit, sucker.
You know why?
Take that shit.
Because I was trying to show off your artist's art. You're working with quality people. I like it.
Yeah, no, cool dude, and it's colored by Michael Summers. Mike has been working with me pretty much since the beginning. I don't know if you guys remember digital webbing. How many people go back to digital webbing?
Oh yeah.
But right. So Mike and I found each other on the message boards way back in 2003, and he's pretty much colored 95% of my product, man. So there is a level of consistency with the color scheme in there, and that is all credit to him.
Nice.
All right. Cool. So so this is your pre-launch page. So basically, what it is, you want people to go to this page, sign up, so that when he launches, you'll be notified, as to when he launches, and you can come in and order your Storm Chasers, right? Correct.
Yeah. Yep.
Stop messing up, bro. That's all I'm saying.
I'm sorry. Listen, you said it. I gotta learn how to develop on this platform, baby.
No, you're not. But I know you already. I know you're not. I know you're not sorry. You're just saying it. Anyway,
okay,
let's move on. I know. Mr. Xing,
Yes.
You want me to play this video?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, man.
All right. All right, very nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So, Mr. Z, tell us about your book, man. I mean, because I'm new to it, so I mean, what am I looking at here?
So these are so if you scroll down just a little, so these are just like the collector sets that they're all sold out. But the artwork that you see of the colored artwork, that's actually how every page and panel of the book looks like that. That's how it's drawn. And actually, these are the Royal Lord Paladin edition. That's actually a page that shows Adonis with his father when he was still a boy. And if you go, let's see, if you go all the way down, so that's about season 1 of the show, which will have the 26 episodes. And if you go to the shop tab at the very top, so this really that image is really, it's kind of a statement about what's going on with the main character. If you notice, all the other characters are looking forward, but Adonis, who is the main character, he's the only one looking backwards. And so that ties into things that he's struggling with. And Symphonic Verses, it's written to help people who suffer with PTSD and depression and anxiety, these kind of issues. And it really is it's more like if you enjoy things like Final Fantasy and Castlevania and Hamlet and Bram Stoker's Dracula, it plays a lot on the pronounced irony of tragedy and darkness and redemption and you know how can you overcome these things that are seemingly impossible faced with these situations. And in the story, Adonis has to make a choice not between good and bad, but between evil and a greater evil. So how can you do what's right when you can only make wrong decisions? And that is very much the dichotomy of what is happening with him. And as you read through the volumes, you see him falling further into darkness. And he's a prince from this mafia-like kingdom called the Noctum Imperium. And the woman with the red hair, that's actually his mentor, whose name is Concerto Maestro. And so she's one of the main characters. There's a lot that goes on. The story is very layered in many ways, but um, as I said, it's about him. It's about these choices between two evils that he has to choose and he has to make, and that really is one of the driving forces behind everything. But he's a widower. His wife has died. His family is dead. He is the last of his kind, and his bloodline is venerated, and it has these celestial swords that have been blessed onto it by the dragons, because that's where his lineage got its life from, and so he's able to call forth these celestial swords of power from a realm called Mortis and Belatudo, and the swords have such brilliance and power to them. They're sentient, and they typically will choose their wielder, but the wielder is often killed by the power the swords possess. So people have to be very careful if they were to use them. And there's thousands of different swords throughout history, but his line has the greatest of the swords because of the dragon who blessed him onto his family. So he is in possession of the greatest swords, but there is one that's no one's found yet. So that plays into kind of what's happening. And each copy of the graphic novel is over 100 pages. And actually, could you scroll down, please? So there we go. So the Prelude is the first one, and that's free as an available download. Anyone can download it. It's the only digital version of the book, is just the Prelude, and it just shows a few of the pages. And then volumes 1, volume 2, and volume 3, which I'm producing right now. I'm still drawing part 3. They're all physical books only, but the Prelude is free, and it's like what JD was saying. If you give people something free to help, bring them in for the fandom, bring them in for that building that customer relationship. So that's always available for people to be able to download and preview it. And when anyone orders the books, they're securely packaged. They have custom backing boards. You get certificates of authenticity. You get flyers, mini posters, a link to download the soundtrack. So it's a lot that comes with every purchase. But for anyone who's new to it, they can just get the Prelude and read that if they're not sure about it.
All right, cool. Looks awesome, man. I mean, so you got the 2 volumes. Each of them are what you said, about 100 pages each?
Yeah, volume 1's 148 pages. Volume 2 is 108 pages. Volume 3 is going to be 200 pages.
Wow. Okay.
Quality content, baby.
I'm sorry, who was talking?
How long did it take you to do each volume?
I mean, it took a long time before I even released the first volume, and it's because I was continually refining the art style, so that, like the artwork that you see at the top of that page, I wanted something to be unique, and I wanted it to be right, and I wanted it to be the way that I knew it could be. And people used to tell me that what I was trying to do was impossible. They say, no, you can't have a book that looks like that. But that art you're seeing, again, every page and panel, it looks like that. That's how it's drawn. And so it took a long time to develop that. And now it's like, then you reach this baseline and you say, okay, so now how do I push that even further? What can I do to even expand on that even more? And so, the series is really, each volume is meant to outdo the one before it, not just in the story, but in the visuals. And the story itself is 330 chapters. And so volume 1 is just chapters 1 through 7. Volume 2 is just chapter 8. Volume 3 is going to be chapters 9 to 15. So there is so much stuff to cover. But amazingly, what I have found, the part for me that I'm always eternally grateful for is that despite all the rejections, all the things that went wrong, all the things that weren't working, that when I finally put it out to pre-order, so many people continually tell me how the book has impacted them. I've had people write me, tell me how they've cried in parts of it, how it's made them look at their lives, and they share it with their families, with their friends, and it just it's really just an amazing experience. And that's what I appreciate most, is that even if one person liked it, I thought maybe I did something kind of right. So to share that with them is it's real important.
Okay. All right. Nice. It looks awesome. I mean, how long does it take you to do one page?
Depending on what it is, sometimes 10 days, sometimes a week, sometimes more. It depends on. Let me tell you, there's stuff in volume 2 that almost crashed it was nearly killing my systems. And I have my office, I have 3 different towers. One has my pen tablet set up. One is for just editing of files and painting. And then one is used for lettering and for stuff like this. And so I have to work at different stations to do different things, so that I'm just not killing my machines.
Wow.
And you do the whole thing?
Yeah, create it, write it, draw it. It's and that's what takes so long. That's what it takes a long time for it to get done. But I'm about halfway through with volume 3's production, so I'm just at nearing that middle point, and then it will release. I'll release sometime next year, and then after that, I'm going to take a little break because it's exhausting. It takes it out of you.
No, but it looks worthwhile. It's gorgeous. I mean, your work is incredible looking, and the detail is nuts.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh, cool. So we got one last campaign to look at. We got the Fellowship of the Rings here. I'm gonna play this video real quick.
Fellowship of the Indies.
Oh yeah, I'm tired, man. I'm tired.
Are you Gandalf?
Yes.
Hello, comic book readers and collectors. My name is Randy Zimmerman, and I'm here to introduce you to the Fellowship of the Indies. The Fellowship is a group of creators that came together for a promising business deal that fell through. But don't worry, because what came from the deal were 9 spectacular comics from diverse genres and creators. Within the group, we have God's Hand, HeroBot Zero, Hybrid Sons of Gods, Only Death Can Save Us, The Oswald Chronicles, Revolt, the Sequential Art Showcase, The Shield of the Interceptor, Tall Tales, or So I Thought, and The Well Keeper. All 9 books are printed and ready to go, along with metal bookmarks, retailer levels, and even month 2 books, which are being specially made for a short period. Just know that by pledging, you'll be getting 9 great comics, 32 pages of book, for the awesome price of $25 plus shipping. That's over 250 pages of incredible indie comics. So secure your copies today.
Nice.
Right, so there you go.
Nice.
I mean, it's like Randy said, 9 books. We got a bunch of different levels here. We got, we have the second month also available. It's on the higher tier, but it's also available as PDFs. So
It's
why
worth
you get
it because you get some of my stuff in there, so it's really worth it to get that higher tier.
There you go. Exactly. That's right. Calico is Mr. Lanning's book. So if you want to see that book, you got to get that level. So
yeah, you want that.
Yes. Then we just go check out the website. It's in the show notes. And I'm not what, Mr. Rosario. You got anything to add? You're in here somewhere.
You know, we put a lot of work into getting this off the ground, and to have had it fall apart the way that it did, but coming together to bring it to this point made the journey that much more interesting, and I hope that comes through when people back the project. I hope they understand that.
Mm-hmm. So, you know, so we got PDFs, we got regular books, we got physical books, we have like metal bookmarks, we have a whole bunch of stuff. So go check it out. It's a lot of great books. Like I said, it's a really good deal. It's 9 books, it's $25 plus $10 shipping. So I mean, I don't think you're gonna get a better deal than that on any of the platforms as far as you know, as far as these campaigns go. So there you go. So that's enough of that. There you go. All right, we're back. All right, just in time too. Just in time. All right. So all right, the top of the hour. So guys, this was awesome. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So let's start from, well, not that guy. Jeremy, please let everybody know where they can find you and your work, sir.
All I hear is laughing. Say that again.
I said, let everybody know where they can find you and your work, sir.
Well, Indiegogo and Facebook, Kickstarter. I have my stuff up on eBay. If you're adventurous and you can make it into the country, you can find some of my stuff printed here in China in local magazines.
Cool.
Anywhere that'll take me, pretty much.
Under Creamy Rat?
Yeah.
Creamy Rat Studios, yeah.
Yep. I have, I'm actually printed in a local citywide magazine with 10,000, 15,000 per month reach. So
Nice.
it's one page a month. But I'll take what I can get.
Nice. All right, cool.
Yeah. Promote.
Oh,
promote
and creamyrat.com. But I don't update it so often. I need to.
Yes. Go sell the books, sir. Go sell the books. Rich, where can they find you and your work, sir?
Pretty much on most social media. So you can find me on the Facebook, mostly on the Twitter. So Rich Ayala Richie1. You can find me on Rich Ayala's Roach Balls on YouTube. And then you can find me on Instagram, Art of Rich Ayala. And but most importantly, Indiegogo, Rich Ayala's Roach Balls.
Cool. Very good.
Thank you.
Good stuff.
Larry says word. Thank you, Larry.
Word. That is the word.
Christy, where can they find you and your work?
Well, you can find me on my link tree at Horatory Studios, but also you can find me on the Kickstarter. It's got 4 days left. And I know we're funded and you can get your shit, but I like to pad it so I can get more people more of their shit. So
nice.
Excited.
All right, cool. Mr. Xing, where can they find you and your work, sir?
At symphonicverses.com. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. If you type in Symphonic Verses in any search engine, the website, the IMBD, the Wikipedia, everything it comes up. So it can be found there. And I'm on all the social media regularly, so I can be contacted through any of those. And we're just waiting to make the announcement for the cable network, which is coming soon. Like, there are things that I know, but I'm not allowed to say it. I have to wait for the movie executives to tell me that I can say these things publicly. So hopefully by summer I'll be able to say it.
Nice.
You see that he's trying to kill your deal, bro.
Yeah,
break your NDA. That's fucked up, dude.
I'm like,
fucked up.
What is this?
It's like Rosario said, nobody knows we're here.
Look, I'm gonna show my nipples. Fuck it. I'm gonna show my nipples. We got the fiery bitch theme. The demon bitch theme going down. You know, we got 2-ball package going down. Fuck it. I gotta lean in. I gotta lean into the theme of the night. Show the unmentionables.
I'll give you $5 the next time I see you for you to please not show your nipples. Anyway.
Yo, shit, I'm coming over.
Ozzy, where can they find you at your work?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yes, you.
Oh, sorry. I couldn't hear you. You're laughing, and I couldn't hear you. Well, you can find me on any social networks. Just Google my name and Gemini Comics. You can find my stuff on Creamy Rat Studios. I just got this from the printers for Doomsday TV books.
Nice.
Number
Nice.
1, number 2, number 3, yeah, 3, and number 4, which
Nice.
will be soon a Kickstarter and Indiegogo. Also, don't forget to go to check the campaign that we have for the Sword and the Sorcerer. That we have so many good things, and we're gonna for the next one too. Actually, they're gonna come pretty soon next month. The issue number 2, 3, and 4. So, and he's gonna have a really good artist too. Not a Bisley, but because we cannot wait another year.
I thought you were a really good artist.
No, there's gonna be a cover, my cover for each one,
Okay.
but there's also a cover for different artists.
Okay, gotcha.
Like Stefano Cardoselli, and many more.
Nice. That guy's good.
Yeah, it's another heavy metal alumni.
Mhm.
So yeah.
All right, cool. Mr. Lanning, where can they find you at your work, sir?
Of course, you always check out my Linktree at Linktree / Michael Lanning. You check out my portfolio there, my Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram, whatever you want, whatever you need. Also, the show that I'm on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m., Dispatches from Outside the Box, where we talk about the geeky stuff that made you a geek. And I think this week we're talking about role-playing with Nerd Bacon's Nick Talker and Dojo Kun's Brian Menard. So check that out.
Nice. Mr. Rosario, where can they find you in your work, sir?
Who, me? You can go to unstoppablecomics.com. All roads lead back to unstoppablecomics.com. It's a beautiful website. I love it. I made it. I designed it. That's the overcompensation, right? Kicking in. But after that, you can go to Unstoppable Comics on Facebook, Unstoppable Comics on Instagram, Unstoppable COM, because Twitter only allows you 15 letters. And then my personal is J the Unstoppable on Instagram.
All right, cool. JD Calderon on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, DeviantArt, all those different places. Here on YouTube, almost every Sunday. So once again, guys, thank you so much. But guys, go check out all these books. I mean, a lot of unique stuff, a lot of different stuff. Check out Roach Bowl. Check out TV Bitch. Check out Symphonic. That's the name of the book, right?
Yeah, Symphonic Verses.
It looks incredible, and go check out on Kickstarter. Go check out See, I'm messing up
The
on
Sword
the
and the Sorcerer.
Yes, thank you. Yes, I've only watched it 1,000 times, and I saw it in the damn. I'm old, so I actually saw it in the movie theater. That's why my brain is fucking up. Anyway, thank you, everybody. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you all later.
All right. Have a good night.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Peace.
Bye.